I'm Vital.
And I'm Lauren.
Welcome to Clean Belly. I'm a nutritional medicine coach. Lauren here is a chef, and we are gonna share with you today our information about soaking greens. I'm gonna tell you how to soak it, why are we soaking it.
And what kind of grains would we soak, Vital?
Absolutely, every grain and legumes that it's out there.
Monk beans, quinoa, rice, walnuts, almonds. Am I leaving something out?
No, every even seeds, you can soak seeds. Pumpkin seed, chia seeds actually are very good to soak. Even flaxseed.
Yeah.
Everything that it belongs to grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. So why are we gonna soak them? Why do we have to go through all of this of soaking and not just eating them? So all of our legumes and our grains and our nuts and everything that I just talked about, they have what is called phytic acid. Phytic acid is what the plant or the grain are producing, they have in them in order to protect themselves. So when we eat it without soaking it, and we eat too much of it, if we have eat a little bit, it's okay. But if we eat like a nice portion, it actually does the opposite.
It blocks the absorption
of all the vitamins and the minerals. And another thing, when we do soak them, and we're going to talk about sprouting too, but when we do soak them, it opens up the phytic acid, and it's still going to be there, but it's going to be there very minimum. So that's why we do it, and I'm going to show you how to soak them. Another thing is when we sprout them, after we soak them, what's happened to the seed or to the grain or to the legume, they actually opens up and you get more vitamins and minerals in them. Because what happened is that the plant, the seed or the legume, think that they are still in the ground and they're being rained on.
Yeah.
Right? And they start to sprout. And when you see that little sprouting thing there, that's when you know it's good to go, and you can cook them, you can steam them, which is even better. But I'm going to show you today how to soak them. It's really easy to do, but what it does ask for you is actually to plan. Usually we take the quinoa or whatever rice, we just start cooking them, right? This one, you'll have to plan a little bit ahead. You have to soak before. What I do, I have two of these, so I know that I'm eating in a week a quinoa, buckwheat, brown rice, and mung beans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll soak on Monday two like quinoa and mung beans, and then I'll sprout them in the second day, and then I cook them, and then in another day, after I do that, I'll just soak another two of what I want to eat. So that you get used to it. It's actually really, really easy to do.
It's like the next step up that I'm sure most of you know. Before you cook your rice, you're always, or your lentils or your quinoa or whatever it is, you're supposed to rinse it in a strainer before you even cook it. So this is like next level, best way. That doesn't sprout it in any sort of way, but it's a better step to getting the best quality out of your food.
And before I show you how to do it, there's another thing that I want to talk about. People with gut issues, the best that they can do is actually soak their grains and their legumes and sprout them even, because it will digest way, way better. It's way better for our gut to do that. So here, let's dive in. I'm going to show you. So one tip is before you soak them, you want to rinse them. I chose to do quinoa because I'm missing quinoa, so I need to do the quinoa, but you rinse them before you start soaking them. So you're just gonna put, this is a soaking and sprouting jar. You can get it in iHerb. Mm-hmm. It's actually super cheap.
Or Amazon.
It's like $6 a jar. It's nothing.
I think you can get them in bulk, I've seen too.
Yeah, also in bulk, but you can get two. I rotate them. I do the two, cook, and then do the other ones, so it can save space in your closet. So you're just gonna put how much you want, like if you want a 1 cup or 2 cup, doesn't matter. I go by the eye, by 2 cups usually it's a good amount for the family. And then you're just gonna put water on top.
2 cups may not seem like a lot when you're pouring it raw, but as you know, they fluff up and expand when you're cooking them. So 2 cups is quite a lot of quinoa.
Yeah. And as for the water, you want the water to go above. It doesn't need to be measured that much, but as you can see, it's gonna soak in a minute, but the water is gonna go above. Okay?
Covering all
the
grains or
way.
legumes.
There is no wrong or right. You can go up even till the end, it's fine. The people who wants to take it one step ahead, am I saying the right one? If you want to ferment,
You want to kick it up one notch.
one nut, exactly. You want to ferment. It takes also 1 second. Fermentation also helps all the minerals, take the phytic acid out.
Fermentation is also really good for people with diabetes and certain ailments in their body.
Absolutely, and also for the gut health.
Amazing for gut health.
Yeah.
Can't
so
beat it.
you guys can put 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, raw vinegar. Okay. I know it doesn't smell good, but you're not gonna taste it in your cooking because you're gonna rinse it all out. So you're just gonna put 1 teaspoon. I know how 1 teaspoon looks like. If you want to put just a tiny bit more, go ahead, but no more than that. You don't need to. And then that's it. You're just gonna close it. You can just shake it a little bit and put it aside for, I'm doing it for like, you can do 15 hours, you can do 24 hours. If it's legume, 24 hours. If it's quinoa and rice, you can actually do for like 10 hours. And you're just gonna go ahead and rinse it really good after that. I prefer you rinse it in clean water. If you have RO or whatever clean water you have, because you don't wanna rinse it in dirty water. If you can, right? And that's it. And you can rinse it and then go ahead and cook it. For the people who wants to sprout them, you're gonna, after, if it's a quinoa or rice, you're gonna rinse them and you're gonna tilt it. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna tilt it like that on a plate or on a jar, okay, on a bowl, and you're gonna cover it with towel and let it sit for like a day. That's why for sprouting it's 2 days, for soaking is 1 day.
So this is soaking first,
yeah,
and then the sprouting comes after.
Yeah, you're gonna take all the water out. You can rinse it again. And let it sit. Every 8 hours, you're gonna rinse the grain or the legume again and again. Take the water out and let it sit. And you're gonna see it's gonna start sprouting. It's actually really cool to see it. Like, we love it.
Fun, once again, fun thing to do with your kids. Get them involved. They can watch the process. And like Ravitol said, I know it sounds time consuming, but if you already have a couple batches in your fridge, it's just kind of on rotation. Please note though, only make what you're going to consume because you really don't want to keep rice. Quinoa can last definitely longer in the fridge, probably up to 5 days in the fridge. Rice, I would probably keep it a minimum of about 3 days in your fridge because it gathers up more bacteria. But you don't want to over soak and get overzealous about how much you're putting in here because it's just gonna.
Although what you can do is when you sprout it, you can actually freeze it.
Correct.
You can put it in baggies and freeze it. So sometimes I'll make a lot of them, and like lentils, which is the easiest to sprout. Sometimes I make a lot, and I know I'm not going to eat it, so I just put it in baggies and I freeze it. So if you want to plan ahead and make your life easier, make a big batch, freeze what you don't want, and then unfreeze it. That's going to be also a solution.
Good point. Love all the information.
Yay, guys. Thank you for being with us. I hope you guys got a lot of good information on sprouting and soaking. It makes a difference. Just that you will know, you're going to see it in how you feel when you eat something that was soaked to something that wasn't soaked. Thank you guys. This is Clean Belly.
Subscribe to our channel.
And like our channels, follow us. Have a great one.
Bye.